a look at it.
It's perfect.
Let's have a look.
Perfect.
There it is, the finished article. For most people, a nice jar for a bit of potpourri for Mr. Kendall, somewhere to put his teeth into in the evening when he goes to bed. A terrific memento, though, from what's been a great day for us here at Waterford.
I engraved it myself, presented to Toby.
I've never seen your hand shake so much.
It was very, very difficult, but what a wonderful place. Every single piece of glassware that comes out of there is handmade, shaped, engraved, just terrific. And the basic raw material that goes into glass, sand.
Yeah, amazing stuff, and amazing to think they have not changed the method of manufacture for, what, over 200 years?
224 years.
Absolutely extraordinary. What a great day we've had. Well worth a visit, incidentally, if you're ever down in the southeast of Ireland. Talking of Ireland, it's a real vibrant poker scene. I think Rowena can tell us more. Get us a cup of tea.
We've come over to Waterford Island for the Blonde Poker Winter Festival. We've had an incredible turnout of 275 runners, creating a very nice prize pool of €137,500. There really is quite an incredible atmosphere here. So what is it about poker in Ireland that makes it so special?
It's become a far more attractive game now since the days of Liam Flood in the sort of 70s and whatever. These young guys now have all the game and all the aggression in the world. They're in the habit of playing these events, which they rival the World Series because they're all deep stacked events, great clock, great structure, and that gives these a chance to play on a world stage. So when they go to Vegas next year and they go everywhere else, they're playing all these events every week in Ireland, and that's what makes Irish poker so good.
Well, it's been riveting, exciting, and all the players are excellent. We've had a great time. We had some terrific laughs and some terrible beats, and you know, it's just part of the game, but it's just great fun.
A well-used maxim that poker in Ireland, I suppose, is the second place, best place in the world outside Vegas. And I think everyone just approaches it with a good attitude and, you know, just treat it as a bit of fun. It's not life or death. At the end of the day, it's a game and we all enjoy ourselves, have a few drinks after, we all go home.
Great crowd play the game all over the country. It's gone to the stage where it's just like a one big happy family. The atmosphere here is incredible. I played in the Irish Open this year, done really well in them, except for my mate Nicky Power. We got to the final table. So we just carried on playing from there, and in fairness to the lads here, the Big Slick and Blonde Poker, the tournament has been really run really smoothly.
What's attracted you to this event over other ones that are happening in England?
The crack, and it's really good value at €500 and 15k starting stacks and structure like this. Don't think there's many comps over in England that would ever do something like that, so that's the reason why I came over for the structure.
The fact that the standard over here is 100% towards anywhere else in Europe, and the fact that here in Waterford, 2 players from Waterford went to the Irish Open last year out of 700, and both have made the final table. I reckon they carry the standard of Waterford with them, and that just goes to show how much of a standard we have down here.
Basically, we teamed up with Blondes to give affordable structures, and basically the same as they're doing in the World Series, and to make sure that all the players are getting affordable prices and to keep the blind structures good. So all the players seem happy about the way it is at the moment, you know.
If you're brave and you've got deep pockets, you want to come and play poker in Ireland.
It's just poker fun.
Yeah.
Poker entertainment. They just have tremendous crack out here. If you play the cash games, then you'll know all about it. There were guys busting people with 2, 3 and 4, 7. It was like a challenge to see who could win with the worst hand. The main thing is they enjoy themselves. Yeah. There's no rub downs, there's no bad blood. It is just good, fun poker in a terrific atmosphere, and that's the same right across Ireland. They have huge numbers for their tournaments out here. We've had 300 this weekend. We had 500 earlier this year. There's one with 1,000. They really know how to do it. They are showing the way.
Yeah, you mentioned the cash as well. Quite different to in England, because here, if you're playing a 1-2 game, you don't sit down with a maximum of 250. You sit down with a maximum of 50, and it's not uncommon to have stacks of 2,000 or 3,000 sitting in front of you, is it?
No, the games get really, really wild, but they're all held in good spirit. There's no bad blood, and this is the way poker should be. They are leading the way.
Yeah, great fun indeed. Now we're.
It's time now for the final table of the BlondePoker.com Winter Festival, so let's shuffle up and deal. First out was Anthony Lynch, who was quickly followed by Ken Kilkerry from Cork, who was unlucky not to double through.
I was low stack going in, so got the best hand I had, pocket jacks, raised halfway stack and he pushed all in. He'd queen, so there's nothing I could do.
Finishing in 8th place was Rob Taylor, who went to the final table with over 700,000 in chips, but unfortunately the poker gods were not smiling down on him tonight.
Pretty much everything. Since I sat down, it took me 2 hours to actually win a pot. Every time I put chips in, somebody seemed to have a really big hand, and Thomas Nolan's causing absolute havoc. And I kind of thought I was trapping him there in the last hand, but he got a sneaky 2-pair on the river.
Finishing in 6th and 7th place was Jimmy Kiernan and Derek Thorpe, who had differing viewpoints on the way they played.
Yeah, I'm happy enough. It was very short and I got lucky a good few times and then got unlucky, but what can you do? I was holding out, made a mistake.
I was short stacked the whole tournament practically, you know. I never went above average stack for 3 days, like. So I just fought the whole time and I'm happy. I'm $7 up.
Out in 5th place was Jen Mason, who was initially chip leader at the final table, but unfortunately Michael Trimby got the better of her.
It took me a really long time to work out anything about Michael Trimby. He played really well. He got me to re-raise him when he had kings, so I doubled him up like right near the beginning, which was unfortunate because then he had a lot of chips, and then he bluffed me off, and when I finally got a read on him and got it in ahead, he hit his 3-outer, and there I am 5th. But you know, it was a really good final and like insane.
Finishing 4th and 3rd was Tom Nolan and Ian Whitty, which meant 2nd place went to James Kenny, who done exceptionally well despite being the most inexperienced player at the table.
Like, I've learned a lot over the weekend. I mean, before this I was only playing pub poker, you know what I mean, and I came in on a free roll with Green Joker. Didn't cost me anything, an online qualifier, and to finish 2nd is just, you know, it's beyond my wildest dreams at the moment, like, you know, so it's all good, like, it's all good.
Taking down the final table was Michael Trimby, who outplayed the rest of the table and deservedly took home the trophy. Now the kings and the sixes, that was against Jen. How did you manage to get her to put her chips in with the sixes?
False tails. That old book I read must have done good. You just give them the false tails. She pushed all in. Couldn't believe it. And that was a double through. And I knew once I doubled through that, I was probably favoured to win it. You know, as long as she kept my head.
Well done to Michael Trimby and all the rest of the people that made the final table, and what a fantastic 3 days of competition we had.
Yeah, the climax of the final was quite interesting. We had the winner that just blitzed his way through. We had a man called Bomber, was it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was just a character. We had a fellow with a banana that pointed at everybody for 3 days. And Jen Mason, rather reminded me of the EPT in Dublin a few weeks ago. She had a terrific stack of chips at the start. She played poker. She got very, very unlucky on the end. She got 3-outed. But I'd like to see Jen Mason and Annette share a final table. That'd be worth going a long way to see.
Yeah, sum up the 3 days of the festival for me.
Fun and good value, and this is what they're doing different over in Ireland, and England's got to take note, and the UK generally. We had 3 tournaments. We had a 500 for 10,000 chips and an hour clock. We had a 250, still 10,000 chips and a 45-minute clock. We had a 150, still 8,000 chips. They just adjust the clock. We had all the levels. In the UK, in a traditional festival, the smaller buying players are discriminated against. They're only allowed 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 chips. Why is that? APAC broke the mould. They're doing it over in Ireland now. It's going to come.
How about the other thing of rolling the blinds back? I think all 3 competitions, they did it at least once.
Well, they had this daft idea that they said that the poker tournaments are for the players and we should make it fun for them and change things if necessary, and that's what they did.
Well, that's just about it for Poker Week this week. Hopefully we brought you a flavour of what fun poker in Ireland can be. Don't forget though, you must tune in to next week's Poker Week. We're up to the Midlands, Birmingham for the Virgin Festival. Looking forward to that weekend as well. But for now on Poker Week, time to say goodbye. TK, thank you ever so much as always.
How emotional has it been?
It's been very emotional, but we have managed to make it through the 3 days. We'll see you all again next week.